Okay, so page 7, 7.5, exploring angle pairs. Remember, this sign means angle. Today's date is the 6th, 3-6. So page 7. Okay, so you should have learned about these when you did your vocab. This, we're going to use these angle pairs and their properties to solve equations. So you have to understand their properties. So these are vertical angles. Angle 3 and angle 4 are congruent. They are the same size. They are vertical angles. Angle 1 and angle 2 are congruent. They are the same size in degrees. They have the same measure. They are vertical angles. Vertical angles are congruent. The way, if you have a hard time remembering what vertical angles are, kind of like this symbol right here. V over A. Vertical angle. Okay. These are adjacent angles. Adjacent angles are coplanar. They must be coplanar to be adjacent. They have a common side and a common vertex. So this is the vertex. Their common side is that ray that splits them. That's what it means by common side. These are complementary angles. Remember, I talked about complementary being it's right to give a complement. Complement is 90 degrees. That's one way you can remember those. These are supplementary angles. They must add up to 180. So I want you to underline some 90, some 180. Okay. So like I said, this one up here, angle 1 and 2 are congruent. Have the congruent side. 3 and 4 are congruent. I want to do a short little proof. So a proof is like I'm going to guarantee you that this is correct without doing any math. So I want you to write this with me. Angle 1, the measure of angle 1, plus the measure of angle 3 is equal to what? What is angle 1 and angle 3 add up to? 180. Do all of you comprehend that? These two angles are a straight angle. They add up to 180. That's angle 1 and angle 2. Or angle 3, sorry. So the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3. What must angle 2 and angle 3 add up to? Am I saying 3? That's 4. Man, guys. Somebody said it though. What does it have to add up to? 180. What is the only thing that is different between these two equations? What? Well, 4 and 4 are the same, and these are both 180. What's the only difference? Angle 1 and angle 2, correct? If you're looking at this, these two must add up to 180. These two must add up to 180, and both angle 4 is the same in these two equations. What do we know about angle 1 and angle 2 then? They have to be the same. In these two equations, they must be equal. So this allows me to state that angle 1 is congruent to the measure of angle 2. So that's a proof, a simple angle proof. Okay, linear pair postulate. That's the supplementary angle. If two angles form a linear pair, they must add up to 180 degrees. Pretty simple. Okay, this example, solve for x. What do we know about this angle and this angle? What type of angles are these? They're complementary. So, complementary complementary angles. So what can we do with these to solve for x? correct. Add angles and set equal to 90. I know these must add up to 90 degrees because they're complementary. All based off of this angle being 90. I know the other side must be 90 because they are supplementary. So 2x plus 4x equals 90. Okay, back to simple algebra. I have like terms. I add those together. Divide by 6 on both sides. And I get x equals 15. So that's how you find the value of x, using the idea of complementary angles for this problem. Turn the page. Okay, so we're going to go through this part quickly. Name two acute vertical angles. This angle and this angle have opposite rays, so they kind of forms an X. So angle FGE, this angle here, is a vertical angle with CGE, or not GE, GD, CGD. So that answers that first question. Here are two vertical angles that are acute, meaning less than 90. Name two obtuse vertical angles. Look at this angle, EGD. You see how big this angle is? Yes, CGF. So I'm looking at these two lines forming two vertical angles. Angle EGD. So I follow E all the way through to go to the other side of my vertical angle. CG. Name a pair of adjacent angles. Well, that's pretty simple. Adjacent angles are just next to each other. They share a ray and a vertex. So we'll go angle EGF. And angle FGA. Name a linear pair. Again, linear pair must form a supplementary angle. So let's go with FGE, angle FGE. I have this small angle and this large one add up to 180. So angle EGD. Name a pair of complementary angles. Where? AGC. That's the large angle. So a pair of complementary angles would be AGB and BGC. I need two angles. So this angle and this angle add up to 90. So angle AGB and angle BGC. Already running out of time. Name an angle supplementary to FGE. FGE. Supplement means it's going to help it add up to 180. So that would be this angle, EGD. Okay, watch the next video.